And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to I Wanna Take the Time Machine 2. The game that, well, it's gonna be an experience to finish because, I'm right in the final boss, or what the game says that the final boss is. And that's a cool thing. The problem is that this guy is pretty cheap, right? And yesterday I got pretty salty. In fact, I got so salty that I thought I wasn't gonna play it today. But as you can see, look at this. See, this 87 that is here is the amount of minutes that I've been stuck into this fight. So basically more than an hour. I mean, almost an hour and a half, and it's gonna be more, obviously, than that. But yeah, as you can see, it's gonna be a salty day, but I feel that it's better to try to get rid of this boss now rather than trying to, get it at some other point. I know it's gonna be a salty experience, but, it could be worse. I mean, gotta do what we gotta do. But I gotta say that also, me having a problem with one of the attacks that this boss has is unrelated to my opinion of the game, right? That's just a hard attack, right? A hard attack that you gotta try hard to, be able to get it properly. So, it's not related to the fact that of what I might think about the game or not. It's just a hard attack that somehow, this one by the way, that somehow got me salty yesterday, right? But it's okay, because it happens. I mean, from time to time. I mean, if you don't get salty with this kind of games, you're doing it wrong. Hey Riemann, how is it going? Hopefully you're doing better than my character is doing in this fight. Because the poor bastard is not doing too well. But I think at this point he is used to dying. I mean, he literally died 1,628. I probably say a lot of but yeah, he died a lot of times. So I think Ikusan is the best Touhou fan game I ever seen. Man, you're really that good? Well, funny that you mentioned that, because I was thinking about what I could play after this game. Well, I mean, after this game, what I plan on playing is actually, how is it called? Event Horizon is what Black Holes have. Horizon Chase Turbo. I wanna play that because, there is a new weekly, well, bi-weekly event and all of that. But after that, because usually I only play that for one day every 2 weeks, after that I've been thinking that I might play Touhou fan games. At least I've seen on Steam that there are a lot of Touhou fan games available, and they seem to be free, I think. Well, some of them, obviously not all of them, but the ones that I've seen, it seems like they are free. So I'm interested, and I wanna check them out. And even if they are not free, as long as they are pretty cheap, I don't mind. I mean, after all, Elegant Impermanence of Sakura, I bought that game almost without this discount. I mean, well, it had 10% of discount, okay, but, I thought that it was more than worth it, so it might be also worth it to buy some of the other fan games. And it's pretty interesting because As long as you don't touch Remy Adri, all cool. I don't even know what Remy Adri is, even though you told me about it, I think. I don't know, I don't remember. Anyways, how is it going, Kael? But yeah, I was thinking of that, and it's pretty interesting, right? When it comes to YouTube comments, right, usually nobody leaves a comment in YouTube videos, or the people that do are bots, funnily enough. But there was once a comment that actually came from a human, one of the first times that I seen that in my channel, and he asked me if I will play one Touhou fan game that I don't remember the name of right now, but it released not that long ago. What was it? It was it the Shooting Star one? Or no, I think something about, I don't know, something, no, I don't think it was something about wet. I don't know what it was about. Like harvesting something, I think. Something about harvesting, I think. Touhou Madara Sakura, I don't know what that is. It's trash that plays itself in. Harvest Wish, it might be Harvest Wish. It released this year, like a couple months ago, I think. And basically I told him that I wouldn't play it. It's pretty funny. I was like, nah, I won't. It said to the Touhou. Nice. But yeah, you know, I want to play Touhou fan games, what can I say? I feel that it's gonna be entertaining. Or rather than, you know, it might be a bad experience, some of them, but it, you know, it's interesting to explore. Right? I mean, you know. This someone was me. It wasn't you. No, it wasn't you. It was someone else. No, it wasn't you. It didn't say Silver Star or Riemann. It was someone completely... I'm talking about YouTube comments, dude. And I'm the stoner. What a fucking stoner you are. I'm talking about YouTube comments. Jesus Christ. Stoner. Yeah, you are the stoner. But it's okay. I already knew it. Don't worry about it. But yeah. Not only that one, I've seen other Touhou games on Steam, Danmaku ones. I feel like I should play them. I remember saying that, you know, I don't really like Danmaku fan games that much, because why would I play a Danmaku fan game if I could play the original ones? But, you know, considering that in the original ones I don't really want to do anything that I didn't do already, might as well try a fan game. I mean, if it's like Elegant Impermanence of Sakura, that's gonna be a great discovery, if it's anything like that. So yeah, count me in. Now you see where all your weed supplies gone. Weed. What a nice word, right? Weed. I like it. Wow, I fucked up. It's an interesting word. But yeah. The point is that I'm trying... I think that will be a good idea. After all, I want to take a break from fun games. Like, you know, the usual break from fun games. So I need to think of something, and I think that Touhou fan games might be a good idea. Again, Danmaku fan games, which is something that I really haven't done that much. So I think it's gonna be a good idea. I don't know about you, but I personally think it's gonna be nice. A fun Argentinian guy that makes speedcore music with moans and weird shit. Speedcore. Speedcore. Why would he do speedcore? Speedcore is only good for reading games. I feel, well, no, okay, that's subjective, what I should say. But I feel like speedcore will only be something that I will play, like I will listen to if I'm extremely pissed. And then again, most people when that happens listen to metal, like Riemann for example. So I don't know, speedcore feels like it's really good for reading games because you can basically do the hardest song, but why Buenos Aires is filled with weird guys? I mean, Buenos Aires is literally the biggest city in the country. So it's not that it's filled with weird guys, it's filled with people. And obviously when it comes to people, you can find all sorts of contenders. Oh yeah. It's about, well, that and that most of the city has access to internet, which is not something that a lot of the country can say about, you know. Well, pretty much the whole city has internet, which is something that more rural provinces don't have. And even when they do, it's not like, I mean, they are too busy doing, you know, farm stuff, right? It doesn't sound like Shack Hammer. It's not true speedcore. The covers have BDSM gore. Well, I mean, that's the thing. A lot of artists really have to gather the attention of the public in some way, and that's the easiest way of doing that. I mean, it's pretty much a given, so as long as there is not any ministry that bans his covers from being sold, you know, he just basically has free attention just because of that. Since it's so uncommon. But, you know, they are playing Minecraft on the countryside. Nah, I mean, a lot of the other provinces are, you know, are kinda like different countries, honestly. It's kinda like what happens in the USA, right? USA are United States, but those states might as well be their own country. So, you know, it also happens here, not as much as in the USA, but there are some provinces that are absolutely different than others. Like, for example, if you compare Buenos Aires to a province like, I don't know, Salta, right? It's really different. Unbelievably different. And that's usually what happens when you compare a city to the provinces of the north or the northwest, right? Which are usually more remote cities, right? Usually next to the mountains. I mean, after all, that's the huge mountain chain or whatever the fuck it's called in English that separates Argentina and Chile. None other than the Andes, right? None other than that. So, you know, usually a lot of people live in elevated areas, and usually there isn't much to do. But, you know, well, I mean, okay, when I say that there isn't much to do, I mean compared to a city like this one. I don't say that it's worse or better, I'm just saying what it is. But yeah, basically, it's interesting. Sometimes when I think that I want to visit another country, I tell myself, why don't I just visit another province, right? It's pretty much the same thing. I mean, okay, it's not the same thing, but I don't have to deal with any of the border, of the border bullshit with other countries. I don't have to worry about visa. I don't have to worry about any of that shit. It's my own country, just a different place. So I feel like I should be doing that. Like, instead of saying, I want to go to Canada, or I want to go to Japan, or I want to go to whatever, insert its country here, I should visit my own country. I mean, not now, with all this pandemic situation. After all, we are the top 10 country in the world on how badly we are handling the pandemic. But, notice how Riemann is saying, it's calling me a weeb for saying that I want to go to Japan, but he didn't say anything when I mentioned Canada. He didn't mention that I was a maple fucker or something like that. No, not like that. And that's because, a lot of members in my chat are Japanphobics. I don't even know if that word exists, but you know how they are not banned from Twitch. It's okay, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna tell the cops that you are Japanphobic. It's alright, don't worry about it. But yeah, the point is, I should probably explore my country more. Can I be shown much? I mean, being a shoot 'em upper doesn't mean anything. You know how many people play Street Fighter and they have quite a strong opinion about Japan? I mean, Street Fighter is a Street Fighter. Sure, it's a Japanese game, but like, that's really not that important at all. I mean, most people don't even know it's a Japanese game. I mean, when I say most people, I mean, the people that usually play them casually. I mean, some people might as well think that it's a game made in the USA. Especially people from the USA. There is a lot of people from the USA that think that a lot of things are made there. Pretty interesting. But, Sleep Fighter 5. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. That one has the right to be called Sleep Fighter. But yeah. It's still pretty interesting. Also, speaking about visiting my own country, the country that I live in is also one where, when it comes to the landscape, the weather and all of that, it really changes between provinces. Like, basically, we have provinces at the north where it's extremely hot and sometimes you might have even trouble breathing, and you have provinces in the south that are so cold that you even have snow and everything. So yeah, I feel like I could visit my own country at some point. Maybe. I don't know. Can travel a lot without getting outside of my country. Yeah, I know. In your case, you can travel a lot too. It's pretty interesting how thinking that some countries literally have the same size as one of the provinces of my country, right? Like for example, Spain, right, is almost the size of Buenos Aires, right? And that's crazy. Like an entire country is just as big as a province. It's pretty crazy. A lot of European countries are like that, but then again, when you think about it, I mean, obviously there are differences in language and sometimes cultural ones, but you could say that Europe, I mean, you can consider it a country the same way that USA is a country. In the sense that, you know, yes, it's pretty different because, as I said, every country in Europe speaks a different language, right? They also, you know, have pretty different cultures, but, you know, when you think about the USA is a lot about that as well, right? Wow, that attack. Well, this is the second phase after all, but Jesus. But yeah, it's like, it could be like that. I mean, I wonder how big Europe is. Like how big Europe is compared to the USA, for example. Because they might be pretty similar in size, right? I mean, the USA is a gigantic country, just like Canada. Both of them are gigantic countries. I think Europe is pretty similar to that in size. Russia is bigger than both of them combined. It's bigger on the 2D map. You know, I also at some point, you know, when I was a kid, in school we needed to use obviously those 2D maps that I don't remember the name of, in English I mean, of the entire world, and you could easily see that Russia was the biggest country in the map. But that's because the perspective of the map is set in a way that it makes you think it's the biggest one. As far as I understand, I think China is the biggest country in the world when it comes to size. But I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, it's either China or the USA. Maybe Canada might be a contender as well. But the point is that Russia is not as big as it looks like. In that 2D map, right? In that same way, Greenland looks huge in that 2D map, but apparently Greenland is not even that big. I mean, it's big enough, but not that humongously big as that 2D map shows, and that's obviously because it's really close to the pole, so it's stretched like crazy in a 2D map like that. Is that map called Planisphère? I know how it's called in Spanish, and if you were to make a literal translation, that will be the translation, but I'm not sure. Is it? Is that a word in English, Planisphère? Probably not. But if it is, well, that's the map that I was talking about. %90 of it is inhabitable desert. 90%, just like that. Canada is second largest if you count the island. So I'm assuming that the first largest is China in that case. China is huge. China is absolutely huge. I mean, no wonder why they have the biggest amount of people in the world. It makes sense when you think about it. China is 4th? Really? Wait, so who is number 1? Is it the USA? Oh, it's actually Russia? Damn, I thought that Russia only was a big country in the 2D map. I didn't expect it to actually be that big in the globe. Alright. Siberia has less than 1 human per 2 kilometers square. Let's see. Well, that's pretty interesting. And speaking of Russia, you know, the other day I was looking at Zangief's ending in Street Fighter 2, and it's pretty interesting because apparently that ending has literally, I mean, it has Zangief obviously, but it has also Gorbachev, which is apparently the past president, right, of Russia, and he's literally there in the ending. It's pretty funny, pretty bizarre. I don't know how similar it is, but it seems that he is similar enough. And they are dancing, that's the most bizarre part, they also dance. Pretty interesting. I don't remember when Gorbachev ended his presidence. But then again, wasn't he the president of the USSR? Which is not really Russia. I mean, it's kinda Russia, but not the same thing. They win, but if you only count USA, China is bigger. Oh, it's kinda tight if you count the overseas territories. I see. Interesting. So, they are tied for 3rd place. Okay. Interesting thing. Alright, well, that's pretty useful information. Thanks. So, we know that Mother Russia is the largest one, huh? Yeah, that's definitely a key comrade. Pretty cool. You know, with the fact that I kinda given up in learning Japanese, maybe I could direct my efforts into learning Russian. Nah, I'm just kidding. If I gave up in Japanese, which was a language that I actually had incentive to do, I'm most likely not gonna learn any other language. Though I guess it depends on how easy I have it. Like, for example, I could learn Italian. I already know, I already have a base with Italian. I mean, I had it as an asignature in high school. It's a nice language. I like it. Sadly, if I learn Italian, like, there will be no reason to learn it. Other than for self-fulfillment, I guess, but there is literally no reason for me to learn Italian. Like, you know, nothing from Italy is something that I really care about. Bonjour. Isn't that French? Isn't that French? Like, I'm pretty sure that in Italian you say buongiorno, right? You don't say bonjour. That's definitely French. I don't know. Wow. Kyle is being a bigot. Man, don't let the Twitch cops see you. Don't let them see you. You might be under arrest. Yeah, actually, it is giorno. You know, giorno in Italian means day. So, you know, your usual giorno Giovanna is actually, you know, literally day. The name, that is, you know. Don't know what Giovanna means, but I think it's a common last name. But yeah. I mean, basically that's how you say good day. I think that to say good night you say buonanotte, right? You wanna say well, if you wanna say that there was one that was buonasera, but I don't remember what that was. What was sera? I forgot. Well, whatever that means. Yeah. And also the verb conjugations in Italian are pretty similar to Spanish. So that's definitely a language that I will be able to learn if I wanted to. But as I said, I really have no reason to. Why would I learn Italian? There's just no reason. Absolutely no reason. I'm not planning to go to Italy. I'm not planning to consume Italian media. I'm not planning to do any of that. I mean, it will literally be just two flats, right? Like, look, bro, I know Italian. Ain't that sick? Other than that, there is literally no reason for me. Their swears are cool. But that's because you haven't heard the Spanish ones. So they are probably pretty similar. To make pizzas? Bro, I'm in the country where pizzas are just as popular, if not more popular than in Italy. I definitely don't need Italian for that. You know. The thing is, it will be interesting. There is also Portuguese. Portuguese is a language that I could learn, for example. I mean, though I'm not entirely sure. But at least it will be kind of useful. I mean, Brazil is literally next door. And I'm pretty sure I don't need a visa to go. Because we are part of the same alliance of countries. So I think I don't even need to get a visa. Just like with, you know, Uruguay and Paraguay, I don't need a visa for those either. Which is pretty cool. And after all, that's a language that will be useful because I think there are a lot of Brazilians that come here. And again, even if what I said about, even if we both speak different language, they are pretty much the same language, you know, it will still be nice. You're a gay? What? Oh, the way of pronunciating Uruguay. Motherfucker. Well, if I wanted to go to Chile, I will need to learn Chilean. I'm just kidding, okay? It's just that it's pretty hard, you know, sometimes. Not as a native speaker, but if you're someone that is not familiarized with Spanish, there are so many different expressions in the different Spanish-speaking countries that it's insane. Might as well be a completely different language. the Chile have the the Chileans have a lot of expressions like that, same as Argentinians, of course. But I'm pretty sure I understand most of them. I mean, after all, remember when I mentioned Ragnarok Online? Well, in Ragnarok Online, the server that I play in is basically directed towards Latin America, right? And there are a lot of Chilean there, and I read their insults and everything, and it's pretty easy to understand. I mean, it was quite a cultural shock at first, but then you get used to it. So when you see someone say weon, you know, at first you're like, what the hell is this guy saying, right? Because a lot of them, when they write that word, they write it with a W and an N, right? It's supposed to be written Huabon. That's supposed to be the word, the normal word. But they just write WN and it works. I mean, you know that that's the word that they are referring to. Chileans speak 3 times as fast as Gabi. Not even I know all Chilean expressions like perro bomba. Wow, that seems like a good one. Mucho mierda, amigo. Damn it, it's mucha. Don't you understand? Mierda is a feminine, a female noun. Funnily enough. It's mucha. Anyways, how is it going, Yummy? Yeah, gender nouns. You like them? Well, you better like them, because if you don't, you can do Spanish. Though there is a pretty general guideline that you can use for gender nouns, which is looking at the last letter, or at the last vowel, I should say. If it ends with A, it's most likely female. If it ends with O, it's most likely male. There are obviously exceptions, like for example, agua, which ends in A and yet is masculine noun. It's a male noun. So, you know. But those are mostly... Amiga. Damn. You're really gonna do me like that? I'm really glad that I haven't teach him insults yet. Gender nouns, yeah. Espanol. I really wonder, do you have the ñ in your keyboard, Kyle? Do you have it? Because I've spoken to a lot of people that literally use the USA keyboard. I mean, digitally. Usually they do have the ñ in their physical keyboard, but they usually use... You have it? Nice. I have it too. I wish I could show it, but if I flip my keyboard, not only I run the risk of breaking something, but also, I don't know if you... Nah, you probably won't see it. But yeah, I have one. It is there, right next to the L, to the right of it. I use Japanese keyboard for Japanese. Well, yeah, no shit. I don't think you will use the Russian keyboard for that. Yeah. That was a pretty funny one. I use the Japanese keyboard for Japanese. Yeah, I'm glad. At least you're doing it right. That was pretty funny. Sorry. I know that it might not have been that funny for you, but that was pretty funny to me. Use the Japanese keyboard for Japanese. Good shit. Okay. Good one. That definitely was a good one. Writing moon runes while writing Suka Bliad. Well, you could try. Actually, I could try it since I don't have any any hotkey here. What happens if I use hiragana Japanese and I type suka bliat? Well, I could type it in katakana actually. Actually, I'm gonna do that. So if you want to type it in katakana, it will be... Wait, did I fuck it up? It will be something like... Something like... Okay, never mind. It's too hard. No, I mean, it's not too hard. It's just that... Something like that. Maybe that will be like how they will pronounce it, right? Will be like suka buriato. Yeah, I mean, well, Kyle went straight for the literal typing, but yeah, I meant how it will be pronounced. I think it will be like that. What the fuck did I walk into? Oh no, nothing. Don't worry about it. We were just studying Japanese, you know. Also, how is it going, Reino? Shit, suka buriato. Of course. It will be like that. Suka. I want to hear him. If I was rich, I will pay a Japanese voice actress just to pronounce suka buriato in a really high-pitched anime voice. And if I had a cell phone, I will use it as my ringtone. If I had it. Why am I even here? Hey, don't pretend you don't like it, fucking tsundere. Don't pretend you don't like it being here. Do not pretend. Wow. What is that? Oh, that Draenor type. Is that a Cyrillic alphabet thing? Or do you use that in Dutch? I don't remember seeing it. I mean, well, that's usually how a lot of people do the zero when they write the zero, right? I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be a zero. I don't think it is. It's Danish. Wait, what do you mean, I think? Like, where do you find it? I think. How do you type something without knowing where it's from? Well, unless your keyboard has Danish characters, which will be weird. Unless you... One of the albums I listened to... Huh? Okay. You listen to a Danish album? All of the accents for the U. You know, with the accent you will be able to put suka bliat right in the U. Japanese actually... Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those Japanese things that they are the reverse weave. That they spell things in a foreign language because they sound cooler. Yeah, that's something that a lot of Japanese do. I think Umineko might be one of the worst offenders. They use Italian a lot. In fact, a lot of the songs of Umineko are basically in Italian. I mean, not the lyrics, I'm talking about the title. I remember there is one called, I think, Ricordando il passato, which means remembering the past. Pretty funny. It's like, what the fuck? Why are you using Italian? I'm pretty sure the island where everything happens in Umineko isn't even in Italy. It's pretty funny. Why the heck do you use Italian there? So, you know. It's okay. That's also something that some Doujin circles do. Like for example, Shibayan, which is a Touhou Doujin circle that does music, covers and all of that. A lot of them are in Portuguese. Well, though that won't make sense, because usually they do covers in a genre called Bossa Nova, which is a Brazilian genre, so I guess it makes sense that they will be in Portuguese. And now that I think about it, maybe Umineko also makes sense that it's in Italian, considering that a lot of the songs are very orchestral. Yeah, I guess it will make sense. Though it's also true that a lot of Japanese producers use English or, you know, other languages to sound cool. Basically the opposite of what they do here with Japanese. That they use Japanese to sound cool. Kinda like if instead of my Twitch name was Gabi Oshi, well, it will be that, but in katakana, right? It will be like that. Like you should do it to look cool. Or, well, I guess look like a hipster. Well, that's interesting. Those are the missiles that the fifth boss has. I'm supposed to stay in the middle. Alright, good to know. An album I have has only name with emojis like phone symbols. Dang, that's pretty hard. Yeah, no, hey. No. That's not how you write Gabi. That's exactly not how you write Gabi in katakana. Motherfucker. In fact, that mistake is pretty common using the Roman alphabet. Sometimes I don't type the B and it ends up being exactly that. You know. Thankfully I didn't do it by accident in any important place yet. You never know. Like imagine trying to say my name and I am instead of saying I'm Gabi, I say I'm gay. Obviously that only works if I write it. If I say it, it's not hard to not say it, but you know, when you write it, if you... Yeah, I know you should type gay, I know. I understand, that's why I say what I should say. You know, that typo is pretty common if you use the Roman letters. If you don't type the B, that typo happens. In Japanese it's not, because both of the katakanas are different. So it wouldn't be easy to mistype it. I only know Shinuga Yoi. You know, funnily enough, when I was doing these Anki repetitions to learn Japanese words, Shinu was one of them. So I actually know that kanji. Pretty nice. I haven't learned many kanjis, but the ones that I learn are pretty useful. I think I might have learned like 100 kanjis, which is absolutely nothing. But, you know, and when I say learn, I mean only the meaning. I obviously don't remember every single reading, but it's cool. Well, I mean, some of other kanjis I already knew what they meant. You can play that kanji RPG. I don't know, dude. I still don't know a lot of basic kanjis. Like, I haven't really done much when it comes to that. I really haven't given it that much work. And there is a lot of really simple words that I just don't have in my vocabulary right now. But some of the really basic ones I know them. But you know, I kinda started giving up when the cards were basically about words that have like 2 or 3 kanjis that were really complex by themselves. But they were basically expecting me to remember both the the kanji, which was already complex, and the word. And obviously the really specific reading that it has for that word. It was really fucked up. But yeah, it is the way it is. That's how Japanese is. Incredibly fucked up. Absolutely fucked up language. I also sometimes wonder what will happen if there was a Japanese viewer and he listened to me talking so much shit about Japanese. Well, that is if he understands English. Hey Colo, how is it going? Man. Sometimes I'm really tempted to hit that icon to the left of your name. It's so tempting. I don't do it because I have principles, but then sometimes the intent is there. Hit it for me. Alright. Nah, I'm just kidding. How will I hit it for you? How will I do such a thing? My little Draenot. How will I do that? Me please one day? Nah. Now, as I said, I have principles. I won't hit that icon maybe on a Touhou day. Well, I was saying earlier that I'm planning to play Touhou fan games. After I'm done with this game and after I play Horizon Chase again. I'm planning to do that, so it might happen pretty soon. You never know. Nah, I'm just kidding, okay? I'm a person of principles. I will not ban anyone if they are not breaking Twitch rules. So, don't worry about it. Every person that has been banned in this channel, well, first of all, most of the users that got banned weren't even people, they were bots, right? First of all, there is that. And the other ones that got banned were definitely breaking Twitch rules, so don't worry about it. Mitzer, look, I say bad word. Mitzer, you can't just say that. You can't use the R version. You have to use the one with A. You say Mitza. Come on, bro. Who gave you the M word pass? You can say Mitza though. We are cool with that. It's alright, don't worry. I'm pretty sure that Twitch is celebrating how Mitzer failed horribly. They are probably having their 100th party by now. Mikusa. And the M word is Miku. Which Miku? I only know one Miku. That's Hatsune. That's the only Miku I know. There might be more though. Don't know how much of a common name it is. In Japanese, I mean. Is Miku a common name? I don't think it is. But you never know. And again, usually character names like that are written in katakana. Wow, nice insta-gift, bro. Alright, that's pretty cool. Good shit. Is that how you greet your mother? With those spikes? Is that how you do that? Nice insta-gift. That's a pretty good one. I liked it. Fucking asshole. But yeah. Well, that's an interesting thing to talk about, right? No, not Instagifs. About Mixer. You know, Mixer was basically the only competition that Twitch had, and it failed miserably. Let the boats express themselves, Terminator will come after you. Terminator. Terminator, huh? Didn't he become the mayor of some city in the USA? I think I'm gonna be fine. He's too busy. I think he's too busy doing that. California? Damn, is he really the mayor of California? Wow, that's pretty fucked up. Just like that, mayor of California? Damn, dude. Not any longer. Well, I remember reading that guy's story, but I don't remember because he's supposed to be an immigrant, right? But is he an immigrant from where? Because I think I remember the story that when he came to the USA, basically, well, when he went, not came. I'm saying came as if I was in the USA. When he went to the USA, he didn't know English, or not too well. But where is he from? Was he from Central America or what? Probably not. We were run by a president who was the president of a football club. Yeah, that's also right. I think it's funnier when it is an actor. He was the governor of Cali for a while. Oh, he's Austrian? Austria is close to the Netherlands, right, Drano? If I'm not mistaken. I don't remember actually. I mean, I know that it's obviously there somewhere in Europe, but I don't remember exactly where. You know, it's around there somewhere. Like, if someone gives me a map, I wouldn't know where to point it. I think I know where to point the Netherlands, though. The Netherlands, I'm pretty sure I know where it is. Like, it's one of the countries that is looking at the sea, right? Somewhat close to the UK, right? I mean, I know that the UK is an island. But, you know, the alternative for our ex-president was a sportman, a sailor. Well, yeah. But, you know, as I said, it's funnier when it's an actor, because you kind of think about them like doing their roles, right? So imagine having a Terminator as a mayor. Well, you could say that the city will probably be pretty safe, I guess. So there is that. Tailor of the Seven Seas. No, he was a... Well, it's an interesting story. He used to drive, I think, races with motor-propelled boats or something like that. That, you know those that have like a wing, right? And they are basically, you know, the wind is the one that propels them, right? Well, basically this guy was a sportsman for that, but in an incident he lost an arm. So, you know. He hides it pretty well, though. He has obviously an orthopedic arm, and nobody notices. I mean, well, if you know that it's there, you obviously know that he's not gonna move it. But if you don't know that he doesn't have an arm, you wouldn't realize. Or at least, well, you wouldn't realize when he's using a suit and all of that. The amount of jokes made by Argentinians because of that is worrying. Yeah, but that's usually how we do it here in South America. Your president is Ragnar the Bloodish. No, but he's not our president. Our president here is, well, our president, I think he's just a politician. I don't think he done anything other than politics, like our current president. No, the one that we are talking about was a runner for presidency in the election of 2014. He lost, but yeah. He's a criminal law teacher in my uni. Really? Man, that's pretty cool. Wait, so he knows criminal law? Man, good shit. He's a lawyer. Oh, that's right. I remember there was a story about him getting the, I think the diploma before being president because he needed it, I think. Or some shit like that. And basically there was the photo of him getting the degree. Yeah, that's what I tried to say. But yeah, he got that before the presidential election. He still lost, but it's okay. Funnily enough, one of the most likely reasons for him losing is because he was too much of a centrist. Like, people did not like the fact that he basically didn't point to any direction, right? It was basically just the guy that wanted to be like, you know, that it's alright with everyone. But people didn't like that because they didn't think it was genuine. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't genuine either. I thought we were talking about Alberto. No, I wasn't talking about Alberto. I was talking about Scioli. Well, I know that Scioli got a degree right before being president. Then he's not a lawyer. Yeah, he got the degree on something, but I don't know what. Maybe it was engineering or some shit like that. I don't know what engineering, but I think he got that. No, I don't know much about Alberto, honestly. To be completely honest, I know almost nothing about Alberto. Well, other than he won and that he is our president, that's pretty much all I know. But other than that, I really don't know much. He loves quarantine. Yeah, well, that's something that I do know. But that's a good thing for me, because guess what? I also love quarantine. Yeah, exactly, so do we. That's the good thing, right? So, I guess I'm lucky that he's my president. But yeah. Quarantine feels good. It feels good. For me. I know that there are some people that are not having the best time, especially those who actually need to go out to work. I'm not talking about the ones that want to go out just for recreative purpose. I'm talking about the people where, you know, their whole life depend on going out. You know, but they're gonna leave the quarantine here in 2 weeks. Well, usually that's what happens, but then they realize that it's a bad idea, so they close it again. That's, I think, what's happening in a lot of countries in the world. They are like, alright, let's get rid of this quarantine. And then they realize the stats for the virus keep going up, and they are like, maybe we should not have done that. But that's the endless dilemma. What do we do? Do we let people die? Or, like, do we let people die of the virus? Or do we let people die of being poor? I mean, they are gonna die of something, but they have to choose what. And it's pretty fucked up. That's why a lot of times when people talk massive amount of shit about presidents or politicians, I'm like, you know, it's not easy being there. Especially when you have to take decisions like that. What are you gonna choose? How do you even choose that? Okay, I want people to die because of the virus and not because of being poor. Like, how do you make that choice? But you have to. That's the problem. And obviously all the blame, regardless of what you choose, is gonna go on you. So that's why I feel that sometimes presidents should catch a break. And when I say catch a break, I don't mean literally go on vacation. I mean catch a break from the people constantly talking shit about them. Hey Osama, how is it going? I was having a discussion with my coworkers because they think we shouldn't have quarantine. I didn't even try. Yeah, it's just a shitty situation, and nobody is to blame other than the negligence of whoever was in China that released that virus to the whole world. That's the only one who blamed here. And notice that I say the specific person of group of people that did it. I'm not gonna say that China is at fault, because China is huge. It's impossible for 1 billion people to be at fault. It's only you are calling no, I'm not calling conspiracy. When I say release, I mean either release or created, whatever. Like, I'm talking whoever triggered the virus to get expanded, that's the one at fault. The one that didn't have... I'm not... Okay, I know how that might seem like I'm talking about conspiracy. I'm not. I'm saying whoever was responsible for the unsanitary conditions that spawned the virus, that's the one at fault. We will never know who it is. And even if we know, like, what's the point? It's too late already. Humans repopulate anyway. They are expendable. Yeah, but you know, it's not really about that. The higher ups, in this case, president, I mean, they can think about every single person as, you know, the most important thing in the world. I mean, it might hurt to hear it, but there are some people that have to think as the population as numbers, because otherwise it's just impossible to make decisions. Like, if you think that every single person is, you know, as important as the other, it's gonna be impossible to make decisions about the country. At some point you have to weight one person more than others, or one group of people more than others. It has to happen. Natural selection was in response. I don't know. I don't like the term natural selection, but you know, taking care of everybody will lead to taking care of anybody. Letting the viruses spread is always the wrong decision. Well, I don't know. The problem is that this is a pretty particular country, you know. There is a lot of people that are literally gonna die of hunger if they don't work, obviously. Like, when that happens, they are still gonna die, it's just that they are not gonna die because of the virus. But the point is that regardless of the decision, someone is gonna die. So yeah, one death is a tragedy, a million deaths is a statistic. Wasn't that said by Stalin? Isn't that something that Stalin said? Stalin just like this boss is stalling my stream. I'm just kidding. I enjoy the tryhard. Yeah. Hey, Riemann, considering that you probably studied Russian history on your school, what do the history books say about Gorbachev? Because I haven't studied about him in my high school. So I would like to know about him. If you are allowed to do that, that is. I'm pretty sure you are. I mean, after all, he's not president anymore. It's a fact. I mean, every death is a tragedy. A million deaths is also a tragedy. One death is also a statistic. I mean, it's not really a good phrase because both things are both a tragedy and a statistic. So yeah, it's a shitty ass phrase to me at least. You know, did we even study Argentinian history? I did. I mean, you basically were the worst student in school, but I was literally the opposite of you. So, you know, yes, I did study Argentinian history. Don't worry about it. You know, as I always say, I don't want to brag about it, but like, I was literally the best student at the school. Literally. Implying I wasn't kicking dicks during history classes. Were you kicking them with your mouth? Because that will sound about right. I'm just kidding, okay? Before the Twitch cops get me. Was just making a show. I'm not you. Dean. The no you response. Alright. Yeah, sorry, I probably went a little bit overboard with that. Like, it's just that, you know, dude, you can't say something like that and expect me not to say something like that. That, like, my response. You can't just do that. All Argentinian history I know is Macri memes. Million deaths are a million tragedies. Maybe. Let dicks go for one day. I mean, dude, see, that's the problem. You're a fucking hypocrite. You will have answered the same shit, literally the same shit as me if you had to answer him. You, like, I learned this shit from you, you know? Fucking dumbass. This asshole pretending that he wouldn't he wouldn't say the same answer as me. God damn it. You expected Miss Asia fan to not respond with no you? Yeah, maybe I didn't. What else those kicking dicks mean? I don't know. Don't ask me. I wasn't the one who said it. Blame it on me now? Of course I will. I mean, it's the only logical conclusion. Mr. Kula was eating dicks. No, see, here's the thing. For those who don't know, Mr. Colo is the kind of person that every comment that you make, he tries somehow to twist it, and at some point twist it so much that it sounds like the other person was either eating dicks or sitting on a dick, or you know, it's dicks, right? He usually does that. He's pretty good at it too. He can twist what other people say so well. He has so much practice. The whole paradox. Don't even remind me of that shit, dude. Motherfucker. The whole paradox. I don't wanna say it on stream. I have class, okay? But basically, this guy was proposing a scenario where someone will get chastened by Hulk. Okay, the point is that it was barely a paradox. It was just a situation where people had to choose between, you know, every single option was tied to homosexuality. He likes doing that thing. I'm not gonna say it because, you know, I have class, right? But I mean, you can imagine the sort of stuff that will happen if Hulk and homosexuality is involved. So yeah, I don't think I need to explain it. You could probably imagine it yourself. But yeah, the guy is extremely talented at doing that. I don't know, it's a natural talent, just how some people are really good at singing. This guy is really good at talking about dicks. It's a pro. I sing too. Well, there is one of the songs that he made. He made a song, it's uploaded on YouTube. It's in Spanish, but I can't even say it, dude. I can't say it because I will be banned from Twitch if I say what that song was about. I can't. I will legit be banned. There are 2 questions and you can answer with yes and no. But once you say one must answer the other. What? One must use the other answer on the next question. Well, that sounds like a bad idea. Third question, are you gay? Second question, were you lying on the previous answer? Yeah, well, things like that is exactly, you know, what this guy excels at. He's really good at doing stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, if you didn't know him, you will think that he is the #1 fan of dicks. And sometimes I have my doubts, right? Sometimes I have my doubts, but I mean, your mother loves my song. She doesn't know any better. That's the problem. She doesn't know any better. You don't know any better either. That's the worst part. That one is easy, sit on the cake and eat the dildo without problems. I don't think eating the dildo will be a viable option for, you know, for him. Oh, that's an interesting one. 9 Sham refreshers and aim pattern. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to go from left to right to right to right to right until they stop shooting, but I have to delay them a lot. Okay, well, we are learning about that second phase. We still are learning, but it's gonna take a while. But yeah, it's alright, bro. Don't worry about it. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you can win with this guy. With Mr. Colo. The moment you engage in his games is the moment that you lose. You seem to have less PSI rage today. Yeah, it's probably because maybe yesterday I wasn't having a good day, I guess. I mean, well, if I also gotta be completely honest, today was a pretty non-good day at work. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know what happened yesterday either. I don't know why I got so salty. I guess it happens sometime. Again, I wasn't really having a particularly bad day, but for some reason that laser attack yesterday made me so salty. I don't know. It happens sometimes. You know, it happens to the best of us. Oh, you're supposed to let that one shoot. And what about the other one? But yeah, it's alright. Don't worry about it. The thing is that we get to listen to this great OST again. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised about how much this is supposed to be a high production value game, and yet they didn't bother doing music loops. Instead, you have to reset the music every time you restart. I don't know why they went with that. Probably because it's a boss. I don't think they did that for Statius. But yeah, it's weird. I think, you know, I think I might know the answer to your question, Yami. It might be because I'm not really talking about the game. If I was starting to talk about the game and how much it disappointed me and all of that, I probably would get really salty. Doesn't that happen every... No. The really old ones, it's usually when it happens. There are a lot of newer I Wanna Be The Guy fan games that loop the music constantly. Obviously, those are also high production value, so you know. The older ones usually didn't have it, but the older ones didn't have a lot of stuff. That's just one of them. But yeah. I mean, the older ones didn't even let you configure the keys that you use. And you have to use a hotkey program in order to remap your keys. Kinda like Shoei 2Key, except without joystick. So yeah. That's basically... you know, the evolution of fun games. But yeah, I think that's basically the thing. If I avoid talking about this game or acknowledging what's happening on the screen, I get way less salty for obvious reasons, right? I don't have to think about how much I didn't really like the game. So instead I just talk about stupid shit, and I'm really good at that. So, you know. Oh, I fucked it up. Shoyuki is the best app ever developed. It's a good app. Yeah. It's pretty well known. And those kind of apps, what they can do really well is the fact that they are incredibly useful, but they are also free. And that's something that a lot of applications don't do. There are a lot of applications that are all about, you know, making you pay. Like BlazBlue, look at something to acknowledge it so you don't look at the PSI. That was such a good example. I'm so sad that nobody here has played BlazBlue but you and me. So nobody knows how good that reference that you did is. But yeah. Well, basically in BlazBlue there are some people that can bring things into existence if they acknowledge them. So apparently there is like this ghost-like character that is not truly alive. He's kind of like, you know, going around as a ghost. And there is a character that has the power of acknowledging things that are not in this world into this world. And well, they do that. Good and free. I love the 3B. The 3B in Spanish? Yeah. That's because BlazBlue sucks cock. Yeah. Alright. I mean... I don't think it does though. BlazBlue is literally just an arm. You know? Well, is it supposed to be an arm? It's been a while since I played. What is BlazBlue supposed to be? It's the arm that Ragnar uses, right? Though I think it's not really the arm, but it's the thing that was used to build the arm. Like it's sealed within the arm. The mobile game sucks. Mobile game sucks. Wait, it has a mobile game? And what is it about? Is it a gacha? The arm is a grimoire created from the remains of Kurokike Kemono. Kuroki Kemono. So that's how it was called in Japanese. Kuroki Kemono. I thought it was the same word. Interesting. Is there any fighting game that isn't dead besides Tekken and Street Fighter? Dragon Ball Fighters. That's pretty much it. That's the Holy Trinity. Street Fighter, Tekken, and Dragon Ball Fighters are the only fighters that are remotely active. All of the other ones you can just forget about it. But you know, not like you can't play them, right? Especially if you like retro fighting games, you can go to Fightcade. There is a lot of people playing retro fighting games, like for example Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, or things like, you know, the Shosho fighting game made by Capcom in the 90s. Right? Oh, a lot of shit. Which mobile doesn't? King of Fighters All Stars. Yes, suck it, hater. That game is awesome. Smash is less dead than Tekken. Well, I didn't want to mention Smash because for some people Smash is not a fighting game. I still remember the racism chart topped by Soku and Shosho players. Yeah. Promoting your dogshit gacha live on stream. Again, I will play that gacha game on stream if it wasn't for the fact that it crashes every half an hour. Because the emulator is not really the most stable thing. But yeah, I love that game because I love King of Fighters. I mean, come on, bro. Are you really talking shit of me because I like King of Fighters? Are you really doing that? Like, I will understand if I told you about Fate Grand Order or Acer Lane, right? I will understand. But dude, this is King of Fighters. How can you not like a King of Fighter games? Again, the gacha aspect is just the way you get the characters. The gameplay is a beat 'em up. How can you not like that? A beat 'em up with King of Fighter characters. Like, come on, bro. I like KOF, but standards. Yeah. Oh yes, I'm yummy. My standards are really, really high. Like, for example, that one time that I bought Project Diva on the PS4. Yummy, high standards gummies. Like, I mean, and I don't like to talk shit about Project Diva, okay? In fact, I will even say that I like it. But come on, bro. You can't talk about standards here. You cannot. You just can't. It's not a moral thing to do. Talk about standards like that. So mad because jealous? Motherfucker, I could buy that game whenever I wanted if I wanted to. The only reason why I don't do it is because it's on the PS4 and I will need to bring the PS4 to my room. And that's such a gigantic pain in the ass that I'm not gonna do it. And also it's incredibly expensive and I don't like to waste money on expensive things even if I can afford them. Liking KOF is not the same as liking its gacha game. Yeah, but see, that's the problem. You hear the word gacha, right? You hear the word gacha and you get scared. Gacha is just a shitty ass business model. It's not related to the gameplay. The gameplay is a beat 'em up. If you don't like beat 'em ups, that's fine, but I'm pretty sure that's not the reason. I mean, come on, bro. Standard and he plays Mirror. You mean Yami? Yami plays Mirror? Do you play Mirror, Yami? Damn. I didn't know. So all this time hating on Mirror, well, it doesn't surprise me either. Only thing I'm hearing is that I can access Miku and you can't. I can access Miku as well. I mean, I can just go to my favorite Doshin site. I mean, what? No, I tried to say that I can go to YouTube and listen to the songs there. That's what I tried to say, of course. So you know, the thing is, we can both access it. The only difference is that you can press the buttons on the screen. I got the games on my... Come on, Kyle, you know I can't pronounce that word. Even if I know that in Spanish that word is non-offensive, I can't say that in English. Come on, bro. What the fuck is... Okay, that means... Usually that's a name that people say to young black woman. So this stoner is saying that to the console. Usually you say that word to an attractive black young woman. That's how it works. Obviously, I'm pretty sure in English it has another one. Now, he was talking about the PSP because obviously it's a black console. But yeah, it's not a slur in Spanish. It's a compliment, if anything. In fact, you can hear a lot of romantic songs, especially from Cuba, right? And they will use that word a lot. Well, they can also use the word morena, which is pretty much the same shit. Like, I say that it's the same because it's, you know, cumbia songs. Yeah, but I don't listen to cumbia because I'm not a fucking subhuman. I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to say that, okay, Twitch? Sorry. There is any cumbia fan in the Twitch stuff, you know, don't, you know, I was just kidding. The point is that, yeah, yeah, it's usually a romantic term. I'm pretty sure that if you say that in English, it doesn't sound really romantic, but in Spanish it is. But yeah. Well, as I said before, the word for black in Spanish is literally a slur in English. So yeah. It is the way it is. So that's why I remember someone coming here, like, you know, someone from my country, right? Coming to the chat, and he used that word really freely because we don't have that concept of that word being offensive, right? But, you know, you can say it in Twitch because, you know, Twitch doesn't like it. That's a very interesting topic that will be difficult to deal with here. But that word has different connotation because of the social... Yeah, I know that. I obviously know that. But, you know... Since when is... I don't know, dude. I wouldn't risk my luck. I'm pretty sure in the USA that's an offensive term. But then again, what is not an offensive term in the USA? But yeah, the thing is, I'm pretty sure if I were to say that word on stream, I will be banned. In fact, if you were to say that word on stream, you will be banned. Like if you were trying to explain your chat that word, I'm pretty sure you will be banned just for saying it. USA is an offensive term. Come on, bro. Yeah. Well, there's also the good thing about this channel being pretty small, so nobody gives a shit, but I don't wanna risk it. Because even if nobody might give a shit about this specific stream, I then upload this to YouTube and it's there forever. Well, forever as long as my, as my channel doesn't get deleted. I thought that was an acceptable term. No, I think it's basically the equivalent of the hard R. Pretty much. In the sense that you can use it as a non-offensive term, but Twitch won't let you get away with that. So yeah. But it's okay, don't worry about it. A lot of things I didn't know that they were considered offensive. And the USA always finds ways to create new offenses out of things that are not offensive. Is ebony offensive? Nah, I don't think that's offensive. I think that's a common word. I mean, I'm pretty sure, if anything, that will probably be... What if I say your ass has every single color combined? Why will you say that? I mean, I don't think that will be a problem. I don't know, I mean, I'm also not a Twitch staff member, you know. If you had your doubts, why don't you email Twitch? Hey Twitch, can I tell a streamer that his ass is made of a lot of colors? Regards, Mr. Colo. Yeah, do that. I mean, what do you have to lose? I'm pretty sure not your shame, that's for sure. So I don't think you can lose anything else. I'm emailing them right now. You're listening to the latest nasty. Absolutely nasty. But it's okay. For those who don't know, that group name that he mentioned is a cumbia group name. Yeah. I don't like cumbia. They what? Okay, oh. I can't believe I didn't jump high enough. God damn it. How did I not jump high enough? Well, maybe I delayed my jump. I'm listening to this lovely copyright infringement. This one? Oh, you say, oh, my bad. I didn't read you properly. You say that they are listening to it. I'm listening to this lovely copyright infringement. Oh, okay, you're listening to this, obviously. I can't believe what Kyle just typed. He typed in katakana, which is even more nasty. He typed... I don't even want to pronounce it, dude. It already makes my mouth all nasty and shit. I'm just gonna tell you that it begins with Wachi. I think you can guess the rest. I can't believe you just did that, Kyle. I really... you're asking to get shot. You're asking to get shot. This chat is fucking hard weave. I googled it and I found Take Conan Pictures? Oh, Detective Conan. Well, put it in Google Translate so you can see the literal meaning. But yeah, he basically mentioned that infamous band that was popular like 10 years ago, that were basically the bottom of the barrel shit, and one of their members, wasn't one of the members the guy that turned her girlfriend on fire, or was that another one? I don't know, I don't remember. I mean, they are all criminals, so you know, one way or another they have done some fucked up shit. But that's because of the background they come from. What can you expect? But yeah. Motherfuckers. Usually, that's one of the reasons why I hate Cumbia so much in the first place. Google don't want to translate it, is it that bad? Come on, dude! What group starts with Wachi and ends with Turro? Come on, dude. Had to give you the answer because you can't fucking guess it? Motherfucker. Famous, critically acclaimed Argentinian band. Alright. I will have to. You asked for it. Google this, Yami. Google that. Google that. You will regret Googling that, by the way. I will just tell you, that's what we are talking about. Kyle said it in Japanese because he is a fucking weeb. But it's not related to anything Japanese. Don't Google that. He asked for it. I mean, it's his responsibility now, not mine. So, if anything, don't tell me. He asked for it. But yeah, critically acclaimed, a special emphasis in critically. But yeah, don't worry about it. It's better if you don't know about it. Your life is gonna be better. It's definitely gonna be better. Which is the reason why it was so nasty when Kyle typed it. How the fuck are you gonna type that in katakana, dude? Like, how are you gonna do that? That should be a federal offense. See, we were talking about offensive things before. That should be banned from Twitch. What Kyle just did. That's a grade S offense. Unbelievable. I'm amazed that you were actually able to read that. It's katakana. Katakana is not hard to read. You just need to memorize it. There are like 40 something characters. Once you memorize them, you can read anything written in it. So you know, you just need to memorize. I could only find a respectable music group. Damn. Come on, that's a really weak bait, Yami. That's a really weak bait. Like, come on. Put some more effort into your baits. That's a really weak one. You need more. You need more than that. There is at least 3 lies in that sentence. There is at least 1 bait in that sentence, I know that. Motherfucker. How does he have the nerve to say that? It amazes me. Wait, so he only does 1 of those attacks and then what? He goes back to the usual... Oh no, never mind. Damn, that's really hard to dodge. So it seems that he adds that to his repertoire, but he can use the older attacks. Interesting. Well, at least I've been able to dodge 1 of them, though that missile won't look hard. Seems that I mostly got lucky. Oh yeah. Kanas are easy, you should have to memo the bullshit ones. Yeah, it's not really that bad. I don't really... Well, there are some kanas that look extremely similar. Like, for example, Re, Wa, and Nu. And I think Me is different. Like, you know, there are some... That's hiragana. They are really similar in hiragana. Then you also have things like... Well, actually, no, it wasn't Nu. No, sorry, not Nu. It was Ne. Ne is the one that is similar to Wa and Re. Then you have the kanas for No, Nu, Mi, I think, and I don't remember what else. Those are really similar too. Well, yeah, and then you have the katakana. Those are katakanas. Yeah, Nu and Me are pretty similar. Yeah, those are Nu and Me. Are pretty similar. But yeah. You know, other than that, it's pretty easy to remember. Well, I mean, it's pretty easy to remember after you actually try to memorize it. Obviously, if you just look at a picture with all of them, you're, you know, it's not gonna be enough. What's the difference with the half smiling face, the angel smiley face, and the smiley face? Well, in order, so here's the thing. The first 2 that Kyle typed are Te and Chi. Then the other 5 in order are Tsu, Shi, So, N, well, N literally an N, like an N sound, and No. Those are in order, the readings of those kanas. I remember Ne because it has a tail at the end. Maybe. Yeah, well, I mean, there are obvious differences to all of those, but they are still quite similar. But you know, if you think that's bad, Yami, don't even try to see kanjis. Because there are some kanjis that are so fucking bullshit, dude. They are so similar. Like, for example, the kanji for Tooi, which means far, and then the kanji for Shigao, which means wrong. Those are so obnoxiously similar. They are so similar. First kana I memo was Ko, because it's on a Raisin album. It says Kokoro by what? Vibration. Oh, Kokoro vibration. Why does it write Kokoro in katakana? Yeah, Koro, that will be you. That will indeed be you. But yeah. Kokoro vibration, huh? See, that's what I mean with the Japanese. Why the fuck do you use katakana to say Kokoro? Why can't you say it with the fucking kanji? There is literally a kanji for Kokoro. Why don't you use that one? Motherfuckers, having all those 2,000 fucking kanjis and they don't even use it. They don't even use them. The kanji for Kokoro is pretty easy too. And it's used as a radical in a lot of other kanjis that are usually related to the soul or the mind, right? Like for example, I'm pretty sure the verb wasureru, which means to forget, that wasu, I'm pretty sure it has the hard radical and then a kanji that is empty. So something trying to signify an empty mind for forgetting something, right? It's pretty cool. We also have an album that says Toho as Toho with katakana. Motherfuckers. You already know all this way shit, how can you give up now? Well, see, I think that's a really good way to present it to you. That's not even 1% of what you need to know in order to properly read / listen to Japanese, because I don't even care about talking in Japanese. I care about understanding, and even that, even all this shit that I'm saying, it's only 1% of what you need. So does that answer your question? Does that answer your question? And I can tell you, it wasn't simple to memorize that. Like, I say it now as if it wasn't that big of a deal, but it wasn't simple to memorize. So imagine that being really hard to memorize and still knowing that you don't even have 1%. How will you feel? Well, you already know how I feel. But yeah, it's really fucked up, basically. Like, it's just insanely fucked up. Kyle also knows the struggle, but Kyle basically gave up as soon as he saw the kanji. And I don't blame him. I almost did the same. Well, I did the same some time ago. But then I tried to come back and then I did it again. But at least I know some kanjis now. Only some of them. And then again, knowing kanjis is not even useful. Because, well, I mean, yes, it is useful because you can see the meaning of something, but sometimes you can't read it. Because the reading is different a lot of times. And a lot of times there is no rule on what reading you have to use. So knowing a kanji is kind of like anecdotal. You don't really know a kanji. It's impossible to fully learn a kanji unless, I guess, you're a Japanese scholar and you actually studied Japanese as a profession, right? But yeah, I mean, just tell any Japanese person, ask any Japanese person to tell you all the readings of the kanji for down. Tell them. Ask them, hey, what are all the readings for the kanji for down? You know, the normal pronunciation is shita. Well, now tell me every other reading. They might be able to tell you 4, maybe 5. Maybe as time passes they might remember a little bit more. But I can assure you that they won't be able to tell you the 25 readings that it has. And I say 25, I'm not sure, it might have even more than that. So yeah. The point is, fuck kanjis. They fucking suck. But it's okay. I mean, it is pretty much the reason why most people choose the stop. You know? And it's understandable. It's understandable. But, you know, I guess there are some languages that are not meant to be learned. Or at least not if you are not listening from them since, you know, since you are a baby, right? I mean, pretty sure that if you don't study Japanese from when you are little, it's gonna be a tremendous uphill battle for everyone. I don't think there are exceptions. Well, maybe except the Chinese. Since the Chinese already will know the meaning of the kanji, they will just need to learn the reading. But yeah. The point is, yeah, fuck kanjis. Don't give up, Gav. Don't give up, bro. Just throw 4 more years of your life on this shit. Because that's the most likely scenario, you know? Even if I try to study every day, the most likely scenario is that I only will be able to read basic stuff. Well, I mean, no. Not basic, but like I will be able to read a piece of media only after 3 years. Without a guide, I mean. Obviously now you can read a piece of media if you have a dictionary right next to you and you stop every 10 seconds to know what the fuck something means. But nah, dude. It's just too much work. It's kinda like UFO, right? Like when people say, no bro, you can do UFO lunatic. You can one coin clear UFO lunatic if you try hard enough and don't give up. Yeah, I most likely can. So what? Just because I can doesn't mean I should do it. Just like this fight, for example. Just because I eventually can defeat it doesn't mean that I have to try harder. You could go to an institute and get a... Nah. Nah, I wouldn't like that. That will mean going out. That's not an option. So yeah. And online classes are not the same thing, so you know. But yeah. Though I don't really think that it's gonna be all that easier. I mean, I want you to not forget that I've been studying Italian for literally 3 years in high school. That yes, it was only once per week, but I technically was studying. I definitely don't know Italian. So you know. Damn, Twitch is telling me connecting to chat. Wait, what happened? Is anyone there? Well, that's weird. Okay, it reconnected here. Are you there? Are you there, people? It said connecting to chat, like it disconnected, but only for the chat. The stream is fine. That's weird. No, we are not team. Fuck. We'll get them next time. I don't know. Twitch sometimes does stupid shit like that. I don't know why they like doing stupid shit like that, but they do. No. Come on, bro, everyone is gonna say the same thing. Are you really gonna make yes be the original answer? Oh, Twitch died a bit. Damn. You'll probably need to find a husband or a waifu. To do what? To learn Japanese? Come on, bro. You don't need to go that far. Like, you should. I mean, I will understand the fact that having a studying partner will make studying easier. You don't need to go as far as marrying someone to learn a language, dude. You can literally just have a studying buddy. I wouldn't mind a wife. Learning language without someone to talk to. How many times do I have to give you this lesson, old man? Are you forgetting that I literally learn English without talking to anyone? Are we forgetting about that? Are we forgetting that literally the first time that I talk English for a long period of time was in my first Twitch stream? Like, that was literally the first time. You definitely don't need to talk to others to learn a language. That's fake. That's just as fake as Yami's hate for Touhou. I wouldn't mind. I guess that will qualify as a husbando. No, that will qualify as a buddy. English is Smenglish. What do you mean by Smenglish? What is that supposed to mean? Me está fluenta segundo. What? I don't even know what you tried to say there. Fluenta, that's a good one. Me está fluenta. I really want to know what that is trying to say. That sounds more like Italian. Me está fluenta segundo. Nah. Only if you give it an accent. I like the Italian accent though. Come stai, ragazzi? As fake as your Touhou 9 splice run. I didn't, you know, that doesn't count because I haven't even uploaded it because I can't even edit it. So yeah. That one, you tried talking shit and it didn't work because it literally doesn't exist. So get fucked. I wish it would exist, but I can't edit videos for shit. My boss is Italian and he does it's-a-me things that sound very funny. Hey, as long as you don't laugh on his face, that thing called Yami is trying to communicate. Yeah, special emphasis on trying to. But you know, the intention is what counts. Yeah, you will say it exists in another timeline. What, the Yami that speaks Spanish? Are you saying that in another timeline Yami actually knows Spanish? That would be dope. Imagine Yami talking shit on my stream in Spanish. I'm pretty sure that he would like to learn Spanish just to do that. I mean, see, that's the thing. You know all the offensive insults that you can't say in English because of Twitch? Well, you can say them in Spanish and nobody cares. I don't want to risk it myself, right? But I'm pretty sure you will be able to get away with it. Trunks? Are you saying that Trunks was from Chile? And that will be pretty nice. Chilean Trunks. Then he comes to the past and he's like, que wea? Damn. Chilean Trunks, huh? That will be something. I'm just saying, without paying a lot of money, I think your only options are sucking dick or getting your dick sucked to learn language. Damn. See? And then they say that I'm the one that brings dick to the conversation, dude. Come on. Do Japanese people learn through fluids? Well, that's what some doujins seem to suggest. Maybe they do. You never know. That's gonna kill me, fuck. But yeah. Nice accent on wea. I mean, come on, dude. I might not be from Chile, but I'm pretty sure I can speak Chilean pretty easily. Wait, you say wea? Accent in A? Really? Yo, well. Alright, well, I guess I can speak Chilean then. Damn it. I guess Chilean was harder than I expected. Man, I'm just imagining Trunks speaking Chilean. He oh fuck. I can imagine him realizing that Gohan dies and he is concha su madre, weón. Oh fuck, damn, I broke my keyboard. Damn it. That's really good. Motherfucker. Well, my keyboard has taken the hit. Will you rather learn Japanese or Chilean? Good question. They are both as difficult. At least Chilean is possible. Man, I need a hero that dubs Dragon Ball just like Team 4 Star did, but in Chilean. I need that. Pitearon? What does that mean? I didn't hear that one. And I also know what Perkin means. I guess Chile was really harder than I expected. Yeah, I guess it could mean that. Yeah, oh, it makes sense. Oh, because I see. It's because of the word pito. I see. So it's basically like dicking. It's like dicking. Interesting. There is a Chilean dub of the... Yeah, I know. You linked that to me. I wish I didn't see it though. Pitearon. Yeah, but it comes from fucking, right? Or actually is its own word. It's like a way of saying dicking, or is it unrelated? I don't know. Maybe it's unrelated. You never know. Ah, that was too low. Also, I really hope that I didn't permanently damage my keyboard with that hit that I did. But then again, I already hit my keyboard multiple times before, so I think he's fine. Not like it's pretty expensive anyways. I don't think it really matters. Now we are going international with Dix. How cultural we are in this chat. Of course. It's unrelated? Really? Would have sworn that it wasn't. Pito is a marijuana cig. Interesting. Yeah, I guess. Well, here technically, Pito is that thing that the referees use in sports. That I don't know how it's called in English. Do you say whistle in English? Well, whatever that shit is called in English. But yeah, that's what it's supposed to mean. Obviously, we use it as an euphemism for something else. Yeah, whistle. Okay, so it was whistle. It's weird. I normally I don't say whistle because whistle is the sound, but apparently it's also called for the you know, the object that makes it. Here we have two different words for that, but you know, it's okay. I wonder if the Japanese have a word for whistle, or if they literally have a word for that in katakana. Like instead of having an actual Japanese word, they use wisuru. That would be pretty stupid, but it's something that I would expect from Japanese 100%. Wisuru. Damn, now you're gonna make me Google it. Alright, I'm gonna Google it. Well, when I say Google it, I mean checking it in a dictionary. So not really Googling it, but you know. It's a pretty common word here. Okay, let me see. So, whistle. Is it really say wisuru or something like that? Wow, it actually has a kanji. It said fun. That's how you say. Well, you can also say it in katakana. They say hoisuru. That's how they say it. But they have a kanji. Wait, no, not fun. Sorry, fue. Damn, I misread that one. No, fue, not fun. Fue. Alright. Spanish has like 5,000 words for penis. Yeah, it does. But yeah, the thing is, sadly the Japanese don't. In fact, the Japanese don't really have many words for that, as far as I'm aware. As far as I'm aware. Well, they don't have many words for insults, sadly. But you know, that's because they are quote-unquote polite. Him, really? But yeah, I can't believe that after literally 200 minutes I'm still struggling with that shitty ass laser attack. I can't believe it. 200 minutes, aka more than 3 hours, wasn't enough to learn that shitty ass attack. Is it really that hard, or am I overcomplicating it? Maybe there is a speedrunner that does that in a better way than I'm doing, but I don't know, dude. I should find something Pepega. Reto Zona. Physical Split Aguila are slangs for prostitute in Mexico. Well, sadly we don't have Clone Cat here to confirm that. Bicicleta, well, that one makes sense. Well, that means bicycle, just in case someone didn't know. It makes sense. I mean... Well, I guess because... You know... Okay, I don't wanna get explicit, but I guess it might make sense. It might. Not that sure, but I think it might. Uh-oh, I think I cornered myself. No, I didn't. Get fucked. Uh-oh. Oh, the hidden missiles. That are not that hidden. Kane means police officer. I didn't know that. Interesting. I actually didn't know that. Wait, you mean Kana? Wait, now they are calling it Kane? Why are they calling it Kane? Come on, bro. They already had a word for it. It's literally the same one but with a different letter. Why do they keep coming up with words for that? Kane is English? Well, you say for us. Or do you mean for US? Oh, you're... Wait, Kana... no, wait. Kana doesn't mean the same as Kane. I'm pretty sure it doesn't mean the same thing as it will mean in English. Will have been a good option for inclusive language. Damn it! Why are you gonna mention that? Motherfucker. But, well, maybe it does mean that. But I didn't know that Kana was literally the same as Kane in English. Alright. Well, that's good to know. Who is the translator here? Google, that's for sure. Google is the translator here. Any more questions? Oh, I jumped too badly there. Such a specific timing, dude. Such a nasty timing. Don't give up, Gab, I believe in you. Never give up. Never give up. Google is never a translator. Yeah, that's what you would like. That's what you would like for sure. Motherfucker. Oh. Hey, if anyone wants to check a speedrun and tell me how the fuck the speedrunners dodged that laser attack, this laser attack, feel more than free. Listen to Taiki, never give up. I wasn't planning on doing it. I mean, well, not in this boss. Yes, in Japanese, but you know, that's a different story. But yeah, I just need that laser attack. If I can get rid of that laser attack, like, I'm pretty sure that the strategy that I'm using is suboptimal. So, considering that speedrunners always go for the most optimal stuff, I really wonder what they do. Or maybe they don't do anything different, they just do what I do, but they are 100% consistent with it. Yeah, maybe it's just that you just need to do that. But you need to be consistent, and I'm not being consistent even after so much, after so many minutes. I don't know if I link to you, but I find a pool of a guy married to Seisha. What? Man, what am I reading right now? And he gets her. Come on, bro. What the fuck are you watching? What the fuck are you looking at? But you know, that's expected from Kael. I'm not even surprised, I think. Damn, I died. That got me in the middle. That's pretty fucked up. So I guess I shouldn't start from the top left, like from the leftmost refresh. I probably should start from like the second one, because otherwise all of the ones in the center are gonna fuck me up like crazy. But no, I don't think you linked me that, and I think I prefer to, you know, I prefer if that's still the case. I would prefer it to keep it like that. You know, speaking of linking, there is something that I should have linked you. There is a new character in this King of Fighters gacha. You know, which is, well, the problem is that a lot of you don't really know much about KOF, so you will look at that and you will be like, nah, whatever. But damn, it's so fucked up. They basically make the gender bend version of a character. But it's so fucked up how they did it that I should link it. I should probably link it. I mean, they made gender version of a lot of characters, but that one is like they didn't give a shit. They went full shamelessly on that one. I should link it. Or well, you could Google it, I guess. That works too. So you wouldn't know which one it is, considering that there is multiple. Damn, how many repetition of that are you gonna do, motherfucker? But yeah, it's still pretty funny, you know. I will link one page. It's drawn 30 times better than the Satori comic. You know that that's a pretty low bar to set, right? It's drawn better than the Satori comic. Come on, bro. What kind of bar is that? That's like saying, hey, this food is not so bad. It smells better than shit. Alright. Nice. What a compliment. Man, the standards are really falling down, huh? It's drawn better than the Satori manga. I can't believe I should read that. As if it's supposed to be a good thing. Hey, I don't mean to talk shit about the artists, okay? But the drawing fucking sucks. This KOF gacha game is not that bad, it's better than the upcoming Pokemon MOBA. Yeah, but I didn't say that. You say that because you have no taste. But the thing is, this KOF game is probably the best gacha available right now. And you might say that that's not a high bar to set, but then you remember that there are hundreds and hundreds of gacha, well, thousands of gacha. And to be the best one out of all of them, I don't know, dude. Well, I guess you could make the same argument. You could make the argument of, hey, this shit smells not as bad as all the other shit, so it's the best smelling one. Yeah, you will be right. If you say that, you will be right. But, you know, the point is, it's a good game. You're just a hater. The best one is Duel Links. Yeah, but Duel Links is not a gacha, you fucking stoner. I mean, that's like saying that every card game in existence is a gacha. Like, that's like saying that Pokemon TCG is a gacha. Come on, bro. It's not what it's supposed to mean. And I'm struggling with the Kloss. The Kurosu is gacha with the packs technically. Duel Links as mobile game. It's still, but then again, every single card game that has a virtual version will be considered a gacha. Like what? Are you gonna tell me that Hearthstone is a gacha? Are you gonna tell me that Magic the Gathering is a gacha? Like, those are not gachas. Come on, bro. Those are just normal trading card games. That's how the genre is supposed to be. I will mention another one. The one that Valve made. That game is more dead than fighting games, which is saying a lot, honestly. How was it called? I forgot the name. I think that the game was so shit that I really forgot the name of the game. Wow, that's a lot of bubbles. Wow, I dodged it, damn! Sadly, only to get killed, but damn, I dodged that one. Good shit. You mean that mobile game that include cards are not to be considered? No. I say that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a trading card game, and because of that, it's not a gacha. I didn't say that games that have cards are not gacha by definition. I should say that trading card games are that, trading card games. It can have a gacha model, but you know, I don't really think that really is gacha. I mean, obtaining the cards randomly, the one that had the tweet section vandalized, yeah, that one. How was that game called? I forgot. How was that shitty ass game called? Artifact, yeah, that one. Remember that? I remember being there watching hentai with the guys. Oh shit. That must have been a really fun time. I don't know what I was doing while that section was being vandalized. But it's pretty funny. Because the game fucking sucks and deserves everything that happened to it. It really does. It really deserves all that shit. You can only get away with so many shitty practices. Like, what do you expect that will happen with that? What did you expect? How did Valve think that it was a good idea to release Artifact in that state. I just don't get it. It's crazy to think about. It's just crazy. It's like they live in a different planet. Like, what are you doing, bro? What's you doing? Well, at least it got what it deserved. So at least there is justice. Good shit. I like happy endings. And that was a pretty happy ending. The worst part is that maybe you could have pulled that off with a game that is incredibly unique, that has no competition. But you can do that when Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering exist. Like, what do you think it will happen? Like, what do you seriously think it will happen? Do you really expect people to eat that shit up? I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to enter into the mind of some developers. It's like they set it up for failure. Like they literally done that. But you know. What can you do? I mean, after all, I guess some people only have money in their minds. There was a guy streaming Space Dandy. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I want to know what that is either. I most likely don't. Another one streaming Nazi propaganda? Damn. I don't know why they didn't decide to do that with... No, well, probably they decided to do that with another Twitch category. But... you know... nobody has found out. Or rather, the people that have found out are not snitching. Which is pretty nice, I guess. Because after all, Twitch has no way to know if something's happening if nobody reports it. So there could be a person right now streaming in a really obscure category, something really fucked up, and nobody will know. Nobody. An anime about a guy crazy about ass? Damn. Alright. Why is it called space though? I thought it was something related to space. Maybe, well, I don't know if I want to ask. Maybe it's better not to ask that. Maybe it's talking about some other space. Eternal Destiny category. I was thinking about that. Like, you could pretty much stream something in the Eternal Destiny category and nobody will know. Or give a shit about that. And you will be safe. You will be absolutely safe. But yeah. Pretty funny. The amount of shit you can technically get away with. But, you know. I guess it's normal. After all, there can be ice in literally every stream on the platform. him, once you get to the center, it really becomes a problem. It really becomes a problem. God damn it. I thought if I went slower it would be easier, but no. It's still incredibly challenging. But yeah. You know, I think I'm starting to have my doubts if I am actually able to beat this guy. Because even if I can kinda do the first phase a lot of times, the second phase has like 5 new attacks that I'm not able to do. I mean, well, this laser still fucks me up every single time, well, almost every single time. So it's even worse, because I don't even have every attack from the first phase there. So I really can't imagine doing the attacks on the third phase. Really seems like an impossible mission for me. I think I will still try hard, but I don't know, bro. Seems like a problem. I think what especially upsets me about the laser is the fact that there are some movements that I do that should 100% be able to dodge the laser, but they don't. They just don't dodge the laser. I don't get why or how. They also don't want to watch a speedrun, but it seems like it's the only way to know what I'm doing wrong, because I really feel like I'm doing it right. But yeah, whatever. I don't really want to talk too much about the boss fight, because I'm gonna get as salty as I got yesterday. So let's just try to forget that I'm fighting against this gigantic douchebag. Just try to forget about it. Imagine if I was just, you know, streaming music. And I'm just pressing the keyboard furiously. But I'm not really playing, right? That would be nice. That will be a nice stream. Probably not, but you know. Well, the good thing also about this is that if I'm able to beat this boss, well, I think regardless of if I beat it or not, this is definitely gonna be a break from I Wanna Be the Guy fan games. Definitely. Without a doubt, it's gonna be a break. For sure. Don't even doubt about it. But you know, in any case, the good thing is that now I can try to avoid every game that was made by this guy, since I already know about him. That's something good about trying different fan games too. You can blacklist from your mind some authors. Well, there is that. It's a good thing. After all, information like that is really useful. Especially when it's experienced firsthand, right? Because a lot of people can tell you, you know, this thing sucks or this other thing is trash, but it's not until you experience it yourself. So, I'm glad that I have the opportunity to do that. It's a really good opportunity. Well, in the meantime, while I'm tryharding this asshole, something that you could do is think about which Touhou fan game I should play. I think that will be a good idea. Bonus points if it's a Danmaku one, I think. You know. And remember, I said fan game and I didn't say official one, because that will mean UFO is not there. Thankfully. Good God, that is not there. Oh, well, I'm dead. But yeah. At least I have some, you know, planned. Some games planned. But I don't know all of them. There might be a lot of others that I'm missing, right? So, yeah. If you know Touhou fan games, let me know. Yeah, maybe it will be a good opportunity to start getting used to to all of the games that a lot of people talk about when I stream Touhou, and I have to ask what the fuck they're talking about. There is also the problem that I always mention. Is there a Mega Man Touhou fan game? Yes, it's called Mega Mari. Sadly the game fucking sucks, but you know, it's as close as you're gonna get. Though you might like it. It's just that the level design is fucking trash. Touhou no Me... I don't know what that is, dude. The Byakuren 1 or the Shanghai Dora. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming there are more than just the one that made Tasofro. But yeah, the one that made Tasofro is fucking trash. Which is fitting for what they do. Usually that's what all that Tasofro does. Tasofro is a Doshin circle, right? I heavily dislike them. I really do. But you know, it's okay. Maybe at some point they will show me that they can make a good game. But probably not. Ooh, that was so fucking close. Nice. I think doing full jumps instead of doing fast jumps is the key, but and again, so many times I say to understand the laser. Nice. Touhou no Memeikyu. That is a Pokemon. Well, speaking of Pokemon, there is also a Pokemon Touhou fan game. It's called Touhou Puppet Performance. Instead of Pokemon, you're supposed to be, you know, using puppet versions of Touhou characters. Don't do that to Pokemon. Well, too late, buddy. Too late. Oh yeah. You gotta deal with it. I'm not gonna play it though, if it makes you feel better. At least not anytime soon. So, you know. There is that. There is also a Captain Tsubasa Touhou fan game, you know. Yeah, basically everything you love as a Toho version of it. Why? Why not? You know, there is a saying on the internet that is, if it exists, it has a Toho version of it. I think it's a pretty good saying. Oh, sadly there are some things that don't have a Toho version, but most of them have. Like for example, I remember trying to search some years ago if there was a Toho Solitaire, but apparently there isn't, which is so weird to me. One of the most classic PC games doesn't have a Toho version. Maybe they release one eventually, but why is there no Toho Solitaire? I mean, it will literally be the same shit as Solitaire but with Toho cards. So it wouldn't even be hard to do. You just copy paste an open source Solitaire and you just design the cards. Look at this beautiful piece of lemon pie, let's put shade on it. Man, how much of a hater can this dude be? Sometimes is really curious. How did I get killed by that? Argentinians will love it since they will kill for soccer. Well, yeah, but then again, yes, Colo and me don't care about football, but we are pretty much weirdos when you compare us to the general population. So, you know. So I think football popularity is also steadily going down, not just because of COVID, but I mean, it's also going down because people have realized that it's a sport that in this country is the biggest outlet for criminals to do their thing. And no, I'm not talking about the players, obviously. I'm talking everything that surrounds football. People realize that, and now they don't have the same amount of passion that they once had. Well, there are still some people that do have it, but there is a Toho Yu-Gi-Oh ripoff. It wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. But yeah, I think that's a good thing, that most people realize that in Argentina football is just one big mafia, and that nothing that happens there is real. The matches aren't real, you know. The rivalries aren't real. Everything is just an outlet for mafia. And it's masked as football. It's pretty smart from the mafia to do that. It's not like it's the only country where they try that, but it's the only country that after all these years they are still successful at doing it. So yeah, it's alright. I mean, I'm pretty sure that with time, though with a lot of time obviously, it has to be a lot of time, more and more people are gonna realize that what I'm just saying, and more people are gonna forget about it, and hopefully at some point football in this country only becomes a bad memory. And I mean, I'm not even talking about the sport here. Like the sport, I really hope that, you know, people keep playing. It's a sport. The sport itself is harmless. I mean, harmless as long as nobody breaks your leg in the process, but I'm trying to say that, you know, it's something that it's a sport. Sports are that. But everything else, what I'm trying to say is that what has to collapse is the Argentinian Football Association. That's the one that has to die. People have to, you know, keep playing. That's fine, but the association has to die a horrible death as soon as possible before the crimes keeps extending outside of their field. So yeah. New song. I got fucked regardless. You almost die once we play and nobody touch you. Hey, come on, bro. You know that I'm not athletic, so trying to play a sport, a physical sport, after not doing any practice, that's bound to happen. There is Touhou Tetris. Are you sure? No, yeah, I know. The Touhou Tetris, but that's just a Null Pomino build. It's basically just Null Pomino with Touhou background and some Touhou references. But it's not really, you know, an actual game. It's just a Null Pomino build. Null Pomino is an open source Tetris program. It's pretty good. If you like Tetris, you should play that. The customization options are insanely varied. You should definitely give it a try. For sure. Damn, he does spikes all over the place. How the fuck do you even dodge that shit? I mean, obviously you jump, but Jesus. Sounds like the Mugen of Tetris? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think that's a really accurate description. It's pretty much the Mugen of Tetris. I will say it's that, yeah. So yeah, you can do whatever you want with it. I'm pretty sure you will even be able to code a complete different game inside the Null Pomino engine, sorry. Pretty sure you will. There is also one that I like where instead of Tetris you rotate 4 balls. You rotate 4 balls. I think I know the one you mean, but wait a second. Isn't that Puyo Puyo? Isn't that literally Puyo Puyo what you are describing? Well, no, actually Puyo Puyo you use 2 Puyos, you don't use a square of 4. But well, it could be a variant of Puyo Puyo. That one sounds like Pokemon Puzzle. Nah, I don't think it's like Pokemon Puzzle. Well, I don't know actually, it might be. Not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure, it might be. We'll need to see it. But you know, talking about fun games and all of that, I mean Touhou fun games, even if I want to stream that, as I always say, the biggest problem of streaming Touhou is the fucking chat. Like, you know, I mean, it's not like, as I always say, it's not like the people that frequent Touhou chats are bad people, it's just that some of them can be so fucking annoying, dude. And they are not doing anything bad, so it's not like, well, just ban them, nah. can't just ban them. Well, I mean, yeah, technically, yes, I could just ban them, but like, I'm not that kind of guy, right? I won't ban someone just because I don't like him. I never played Puyo. You don't really miss much, honestly. Don't really miss too much by not playing Puyo. Bam. Usually, when I stream Touhou, man, sometimes I ignore like half of the messages. Not because I don't read them because they are too fat, but because I don't want to. But yeah. I delayed it too much. There is this Australian guy who comes to my streams and say I like Reimu's armpits, then leaves. Sounds like the average Touhou fan to me. Touhou draws the... Yeah, well... I mean, it's obvious when you look it into perspective, but you know... Usually, what you call the weirdos, usually they are too busy not giving a shit about the games. But no, they do give a shit about the games apparently, or at least them streaming them on Twitch. But yeah, I don't know. It is the way it is. The point is, that's probably one of the main reasons why I try not streaming Touhou. Well, I mean, the other main reason is because I really don't have much to do, which is the reason why I want to start playing fun games, but... yeah. Because, you know, one of the main reasons why I even stream in the first place is because of the chat, right? Well, not necessarily the chat itself, but rather the people who watch, right? I mean, you don't need to use the chat as long as someone is there appreciating the content. But with the Touhou category, I just can't, dude. It's like, it's too tiresome. It's like that meme with the Chinese guy. Well, I don't know if he was Chinese, but he says it's all so tiresome. It is. In the Touhou category. Can always play Densha. And you're never gonna give up when it comes to Densha, huh? You know, Densha is a really... Okay, I'm gonna go full whip mode here. Densha is a really good word because it combines two readings that are incredibly common. Den is a kanji that is used for electricity usually, well, electric things. So for example, denki means electricity or electric light, and then denwa means a telephone, right? And then on the other side, sha is used for pretty much all of the vehicles, well, or at least the majority of them. Oh, that's what I was dying there, because I wasn't crouching. That's why I died the other time. I wasn't crouching, damn. Or Mega Man. Yeah, Mega Man, I guess it's also an option, but yeah, as I was saying, sha is used for vehicles like, for example, shotensha, which is bicycle. It's used for There was another one. You know, it's funny because I think there was another one that also uses that kanji, but it's not pronounced that way, which I think it is hikoki, which means airplane. I don't know if it uses that kanji or not, but it definitely doesn't use the reading. But yeah, sorry, I just wanted to say that because Densha has been such a helpful word while learning Japanese words. Because pretty much everything that has den is something related to electricity, and everything that has sha is a vehicle. So it's perfect. It's perfect to you know, to learn. The perfect word. Okay, learning Japanese. I mean, I know it sounds fun, and it might be fun for some time. I also had fun for some time. But I can tell you, man, most of the times you will want to bang your head against the wall, because Jesus Christ, it's such a fucked up language. Insanely fucked up. Words can barely describe how fucked up Japanese is as a language. But it's okay. It is the way it is. Damn, get dodge, bitch. Ooh, get dodge again. Okay, well, this might not get dodge. I saw that one coming. I believe in you. On which one? You mean this fight or you mean Japanese? Because both seem just as unlikely. I wouldn't know. Motherfucker. I believe in you. The Touhou... Wait. The Touhou card game has some strange integration with Twitter. If you link your account, you can fight people online. I don't even have a Twitter account, dude. I don't have any social network account, social media, except for Twitch and YouTube. That's literally the only accounts I have. So yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't think it's gonna be... it's gonna be possible for me. But damn. You have a Discord? Yeah, but Discord is private. It's not something public. I mean, Twitter is something that is absolutely public. Even if you can choose who sees your notifications, it's pretty much made to be public. Discord is just a way to communicate with people that you care about. Pretty much. I mean, well, sure, you can also use it to meet with strangers. I definitely don't do that. Well, I mean, I guess you could say that the people in chat are strangers. Yes, I guess you will be right, but I think that in that case that will be more points to Twitch than for Discord, because I didn't meet them through Discord. Every social media can be private. Yeah, but there is almost no point in doing that. Like, if you want to communicate with someone else in private, you will use something like Discord or Skype. You wouldn't use Twitter to communicate with someone on private. And I mean, you can. I acknowledge that you can, but it's just not the primary use. And, you know, considering that I already use Discord, I just have absolutely no reason to use Twitter in the slightest. In fact, I really hope Twitter goes bankrupt and cease to exist. That will be a dream come true. That is obviously not gonna happen. There is a guy who made up news on Twitter about the latest Pokemon games, and he deleted the ones that were not accurate and left posted the ones that ended up being true. Then he said he worked on Game Freak, and then he posted fake Poke news. Well, that's the thing about Twitter. Twitter is, you know, and I don't really want to use this word lightly, but Twitter, I think that it's fair to say that it's the cancer of the internet. It's a malign tumor that keeps spreading bullshit and doesn't allow the internet to be a non-shitty place. I knew you were going for that word. Well, I usually don't like using that word in a serious conversation, right? Because, you know, cancer is a serious thing, but I think that Twitter will fit that analogy really well. I mean, basically a cancer is a tumor that, you know, is fucking you up, right? And it's slowly expanding to fuck you up more and more, and it's really hard to take off, right? And, you know, in order to take it off, most of the times you have to damage the good cells. Well, Twitter is pretty much like that. It's a bad thing for the internet that keeps growing and growing. It keeps fucking the internet more and more, and you really can't get rid of it. Not easily, at least. So yeah, I think it's a pretty fair comparison. Are we talking about anime? I'm surprised that he didn't go for Touhou there. Oh, that's right, because Touhou is not expanding because it's fucking dead. Alright, I'm just kidding. Touhou is not dead. But yeah, obviously it's not expanding. It's pretty clear that Touhou is not accurate because for it to be cancer, it will need to expand. The era where Touhou expanded everywhere kind of already happened. Even though Touhou is pretty popular in Japan, it's being contained there. Like, I think only the Japanese really care about Touhou now. The rest of the world, only the die-hard fans. I thought cancer was just an abnormal growth of cells. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, an abnormal growth of cells forms a tumor. Well, it can form a tumor. Sometimes it doesn't. Like, sometimes grows a tumor that is not bad. Like, for example, well, whatever those shits that come, those brown things that come on your skin are called. I don't remember the name of that shit. But yeah, that's basically what cancer is. Abnormal growth of cells forms a tumor that doesn't allow the good cells to work properly. And we all got some sort of cancer in life. No, we all got tumors. Yeah, moles, that's what I mean. We all have tumors. Like, I don't know if you can see, you probably don't, but see, well, no, you can see, but here, for example, in my right arm, I have a mole. That's a tumor, but it's not a bad tumor. It's a normal tumor. So yeah, what is right to say is that we all have tumors, but no, it's not right to say that we all have cancer. Like, no. I mean, I think that I'm pretty sure that for an abnormal growth of cells to be considered cancer, it has to form a tumor. It is true that all of us have cells that go wrong when they grow, right? We all have abnormal growing cells, but they usually just die out. The problem is that when they start reproducing uncontrollably and they form a mass called tumor that starts, not allowing the rest of the organism to, the rest of the body to work. So yeah, we all have that, but not. I mean, we all have the abnormal growing cells, but not all of us have cancer. I mean, if that was the case, we will be all in a pretty critical situation because the health institutes will be collapsed. I mean, cancer is strictly a bad thing, something that, you know, fucks you up in one way or another. So yeah, it has to be something bad for it to be considered cancer, most likely. Toho doesn't fit the criteria because that shit is dead, damn. There is also super cancer, when a cancerous part grows its own cancer and it heals itself, and is common in elephants. Alright. That was a random piece of trivia. Lunarians. That's a good one. Well, that's the thing. In Spanish, moles are called lunares, which, you know, will pretty much be translated to lunarians if you translate it literally. Damn, Twitch semi-died again. Damn. I guess the one that is getting cancer now is Twitch. God damn it. Can't believe Twitch is fucking dying. But it's okay. It's gonna be alright. They can handle it. Well, or at least I hope they can. But yeah, moles. They are a pretty interesting thing. Like, why do they form? Why is there a tumor in your body that doesn't do anything and is just aesthetical? It's pretty weird. I'm obviously no doctor, so I wouldn't be able to explain what's the point of those things being there, but you know. It's just excess of concentrated melanin? Really? It's melanin. I'm pretty sure that word is melanin. Interesting. So that forms a tumor? I wonder why. Like, what's the point? I mean, I know that the body does a lot of pointless things, but I feel like moles are especially pointless. Obviously, I will take a mole, you know, all day before cancer, but it's like, my girlfriend is pharmaceutical, I will ask her. Yeah, I guess it will be a good idea. I mean, after all, I really can't wrap my head around the functionality of moles. Well, I guess they give you individuality, considering that moles are pretty different from people, from person to person. Kinda like how zebras have, you know, stripes in complete different areas, and each one is unique. Maybe that's what moles were trying to imitate. I don't know. Biology is really complex and weird at the same time. You never know. Sometimes I wish I had a little bit more knowledge in biology, but nah. Too hard. And when you run out of space, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Take the L and fucking die? Is that what you're supposed to do? Well, I guess you are, because I don't see any other way out. The name of one of my favorite circles is the name of a protein or something. Cytokine? I mean, or cytokine? No, I don't know how it will be. But I think they usually end with ein or ine. I don't know how to pronounce that in English. But that's usually the suffix for proteins. Usually. Probably has exceptions. Yeah, I know about the Pikachurin. I know. That thing exists. I'm pretty sure that nobody gives a fuck about it because I haven't heard anyone mention it other than Wikipedia. So who knows if it's even true in the first place. It's apparently the protein that is the one that carries the information from the brain to the eyes. And it's called like that because, you know, Pikachu is fast and he has electricity and, you know, all that stupid shit. But yeah, I don't even know if that's real. That's probably just Wikipedia being the unverified piece of shit that it is. So, you never know. But, you know, I don't think it changes much. Because after all, scientific naming sometimes doesn't give a shit about conventions and just names whatever discovery they found in whatever way they fucking want to. And that's a really good example of that. Well, I think I'm gonna give this a last try because Jesus Christ, this boss fight, dude. This boss fight is really something else, huh? For sure. Definitely something else. Alright, one more try. Just because that one I died too fast. It doesn't count if I die too fast. I need to survive a little bit longer. Well, that's usually how it goes. When I say last try, I usually mean last good try. If I have a shitty ass try that I die really close to the beginning, then it doesn't count, right? I mean, it barely deserves to be called a try at that point. I just can't believe I'm still dying to the same shitty ass laser attack. I really can't understand how that shitty ass attack is still something that I haven't been able to consistently do. I just don't get it, dude. Like, I don't wanna watch a speedrun, but it really feels like I have to, cause I don't understand. Maybe it is just really hard. Maybe it's just really hard, and there's nothing that can be done about it other than, you know, get fucked. But, yeah, that attack is out of control. Absolutely out of control. So out of control that it hurts. The Burushito is out of control. And as I say, the worst part is that there are attacks in that second phase that I still need to practice, dude. That's really fucked up. like this one, and I still... Well, I fucked that up, but we're still alive. Well, not anymore. Jeez. Dude. I think what I could do for this attack is jumping in one of these vertically, then go diagonally to the right, so that way I try to trigger all of the balls to here. But, well, that will be a problem depending on where they are shooting me from. Like, for example, what happens if there is a ball here? I jump here to redirect, but the trajectory will be something like this. So it will kinda hit me here. Solar light activates pigmentation, that's what my girlfriend say about melanin. And it can evolve into melanoma, which is a skin cancer. Interesting. Alright, well that's a pretty interesting piece of trivia. But yeah, anyways, I'm definitely gonna end the stream here because, you know, 3 hours and a half of this piece of shit, like, I think I deserve a break. A pretty long break at that. But no, you know, funnily enough, I know that I might sound like a fucking dumbass, but I really want to keep tryharding this. Like, I feel that I can definitely beat this. For sure. But it's gonna take some time. Then again, this isn't even the first time that I'm playing something like this. I mean, come on, Soul Green was pretty much like this. So, you know, it is all about tryharding. A lot and a lot. But anyways, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you on the next stream with more whatever this piece of shit is called. So yeah, have a good one and take care.